Hello, my name is John Apodaca, and this is my experience at Pacific Builders for my CNET 4920 internship experience. So, a little bit about Pacific Builders. Pacific Builders is a general contractor with a focus on commercial interiors. For over 35 years, Pacific Builders has created many projects in the DFW area, all while trying to elevate the experience. And here I have included our CEO, Steve French, and President Joe Wood. Um, by elevating the experience, we attempt to make every experience prior, or if you haven't had the opportunity to work with Pacific, trying to improve on any negative experiences you might have had in the past, whether it's in quality or management or even interpersonal relations with other GCs. We try to do better and always improve. So my current positions I've been in during the internship was as a superintendent, assistant superintendent, and assistant project manager. However, my internship is still ongoing, so I will also be working under a senior pre-con manager, where I'll be learning estimating and other pre-construction techniques as well. A few projects I've been a part of during my time in the internship was my first project, which was Martin Marietta in Las Colinas. The architect for this project was Freddie McGuire, and the total project size was 22,920 square feet. This is an interior finish out, and all projects that we do are interior finish outs. So we had to demo the whole area prior, and a lot of what we do on site for field work is working around pre-existing conditions and attempting to meet clients' needs in a already finished space. Another project I've been a part of was rather unique, was Cutter & Buck in Grand Prairie. This was a warehouse for a clothing manufacturing company. It was 204,000 square feet, and the architect was Korean. This project had a lot of significant challenges. All the steel support systems on the active roof had to be supported. So you'll see the smaller roof trusses were actually installed by us, and this was to support the new RTUs that were going on the south side of the warehouse. These RTU units were quite heavy, so we had to reinforce the roof to support it. And additionally, we have an auto store on the northern side of the building. So this houses over 55,000 bins that contains product for our client, and it's controlled by 36 robots that will hand pick an order, get them packed out within 5 minutes from being ordered online and out the warehouse. Another project I've been a part of on the project manager side has been Range Resources. It is to my understanding that Range is a oil company. The architect for this was Corgan, and it was 21,872 square feet stretched on each floor for 4 floors. There hasn't been any significant challenges except logistic issues on these job sites. However, on the project management side, this project is rather budgeted. So, working with the constraints of a very busy ceiling that has a lot of pre-existing conditions, as well as a building who does not favor construction, has been quite challenging on the project management side, as well as the logistics of getting material in and out of the building has also been quite difficult. So some of the challenges we face as a superintendent on site has been safety, cleaning, and quality control. For the safety aspect, Pacific Builders is managed by, or rather overseen by Core Safety. So we have third-party safety inspectors come out on site every once in a while to kind of make sure that we're following all of our safety protocol. And we have, to that point, we are rated on a scale. And then our upper management will get submitted reports as well as we, and we will always try to improve or try to excel on these tests. Cleaning is a big thing. Here in this photo I documented was a cleaning incident between one of our plumbers on site at Marietta. There was some miscommunication between him and another plumber, and they accidentally let out some backflow waste onto a carpet area that we are not to have touched. So working that out with both the plumber and cleaning companies to make sure that we can restore this hallway to its previous finished state, better to its previous finished state. And then quality control. On site, making sure that all our subcontractors are doing what they're supposed to do at the highest quality, making sure that we're not cutting corners to save time, because quality is number one, and that's large part of what sets us apart from other general contractors. For the project management side, a couple challenges that we faced are documentation, protecting the bridge, and some financials. So documenting and submittals is a big part of project management. We are quite strict about our submittal processing, and we like to CYA, as they say on the field, to ensure that there's no mistakes or miscommunication between us, our clients, the architects. We make sure everything is in writing, somewhere documented, so we can protect ourselves. Along with that, we like to quote unquote protect the bridge. Even if we have disagreements, severe disagreements with the architect or any of our general contracting trade partners, or even owners for that matter, we are always attempting to put our best face forward and serve our client, because you never know when our next project is going to land in our laps due to a good relationship that we had with someone prior. Lastly, financials. Construction is not a free or charitable business. We are, in fact, a business in making as much money so everyone can maintain their jobs, as well as have incentive bonuses at the end of the year. Is a big part of the project management process. Whatever money that we can keep in our pockets, we will try to keep, but also we have to budget properly. So if there's any contingency or problems that we're unforeseen, we are ready for them, and it doesn't end up dipping into the business's personal pockets. So finally, for the challenges for subcontractors is meeting coordinations, trust, and information. Meetings and coordination. A lot of subcontractors, especially on the field, do not want to attend meetings, whether it's the safety meetings or foreman meetings, or not, ensuring that we have their full 100% attention and making sure that we're able to communicate thoroughly to them and inform in which they retain it is pretty big. Pacific Builders is pretty big on safety as well, as said before, with core safety, but having these toolbox talks does keep our job sites safe, and we always try to ensure that people come home better than how they left. Trust. It's hard to decide who you can and cannot trust on the field, because you don't know if someone is telling you something that you think that they might want to hear or what is going to benefit you. So picking out your subs that you can trust will keep your best interest in mind, and then paying special attention to those who aren't is a pretty big challenge when being a superintendent. And then finally, information. When you are new to a project, there's so much information being thrown at you and hidden at the same time. So trying to find the problems before they happen and obtain as much information from the subs and coordinating from other team members as well is key to making sure the project runs smoothly. Lessons learned. I spent 12 weeks as a assistant superintendent. I acquired my OSHA 30. I learn how to lead and direct subcontractors, how to identify problems and pose solutions, and use Procore for on-site operations. As a project manager, I got to look at a project from a financial perspective. I learned how to release contracts to subcontractors and how to get those contractors mobilizing. I learned how to lead OAC meetings from the PM side as well from the super side. I learned how to create a submittal package and close it out. And finally, I got to opportunity to kind of double check some vendor takeoffs and ensure that their pricing matched up with our pricing, and they weren't missing anything on the project documents. Thank you.